This short tutorial will help you complete your LiveAction Learning Labs. In this tutorial, you will learn how to find the LiveAction Learning Lab portal and log on. You'll find out how to navigate the portal to quickly find the learning labs you've been subscribed to, and how to start them up. You will also see how to navigate an example course in the portal, showing how to progress through the content as well as keeping a check on your time available. So let's get to it. LiveAction Learning Labs are hosted by Criterion Networks, and you can reach the portal at portal.criterionnetworks.com. Criterion Networks is all one word. You will need to enter your username and password that should have been issued to you, shown at 1. If you do not have it or have mislaid it, reach out to trainers@liveaction.com for help. Once you've entered your username and password, make sure you check the Terms and Conditions box, and then click Login. Once you enter the portal, you'll see this layout. The screen is split into two major sections, with the main menu, numbered 2, on the left, and 4 panels on the right. If you prefer, the main menu can be hidden by clicking the arrows shown at 3. The options from the main menu are also laid out in the body of the page in panels, and you can access each area either through the main menu or the panel option. This tutorial will focus on the Learning Labs, located in the Learn menu option, which is the Learning Center panel, numbered 4. To find just the learning labs you've been subscribed to, you'll want to click the Subscribe Learning button shown at 5. As you may not have been subscribed to all the learning labs within the portal, the subscribed area will show you just those that you have access to. If you encounter any technical issues with the learning labs or the portal, you can contact support by using the question mark button near the top of the screen, shown at 6. This will take you to the support portal where you can open a case. After clicking the Subscribed Learnings button, you're taken to the second of 4 tabs within the Learn area where you will see the learning labs in your subscription. This is shown at 7. The other tabs each have a different purpose, with the complete portfolio of labs in the Available tab. Note, you might not have access to them all. The Active list will show any learning labs that are currently running. The Scheduled Labs tab will show any labs you have scheduled to automatically start later. Although this is an option, we recommend using the Launch Now option. Staying with the subscribed list, you'll see the learning lab titles, shown at 8, and information regarding the runtime of the lab and the number of tries. The runtime is how long the lab runs before expiring. If you have multiple tries on a lab, any work you do in one learning lab is not carried over to subsequent tries. Each try is a new, clean startup. With each learning lab comes 2 choices of how to start them up. You can schedule a learning lab to start on its own at a predetermined time, shown at 9, or you can launch the lab immediately, shown at 10. The recommended approach will be to launch the learning lab immediately. When you click Launch Now, a pop-up screen will appear telling you the name of the learning lab, the runtime, and the action that will be taken at the end of the runtime. These settings cannot be changed. To begin the startup process, simply click the large orange Provision button. Once you click Provision, the lab will begin its startup process, which may take a few minutes. Once you have begun the startup process, you'll be taken to the Learning Lab home screen. Here you will see 2 key pieces of information regarding the runtime and the Learning Lab status, each of which are progress bars near the top of the page. On the left is the runtime bar showing how much time you've used and how much time is left as a percentage. If you hover your mouse over this bar, it will show you these times in hours and minutes. You will notice that additional time is given to accommodate the spin-up process. The Learning Lab spin-up status is shown on the right with the steps laid out. As the Learning Lab reaches each step, it will show up as orange, allowing you to clearly see the progress. Within the lab environment, you still have the option to hide the main menu on the left, shown at 11, and you can also hide the lab learning menu to show the content full width, shown at 12. The sections of the lab shown in the boxed outline are clickable links and will indicate where you are in the content. Your current section is highlighted in orange. All the sections in the lab are in fact clickable links, and you can jump back and forth to any section at any time. The recommended course navigation method is to use the Next button found at the bottom of the page on the right, marked at 14. Using this will make sure you progress through the content in the intended sequence. As you progress through the content, you will see the lab instructions to follow, and buttons are available to access devices as required. During the lab, you may want to access any device at any time. To facilitate this, you will find a clickable topology map in the Access Devices section of the Learning menu, marked at 15. Using this map allows you to access the traffic generators at 16, the LiveNX Web UI at 17, or the CLI of any of the routers using SSH at 18. This can be particularly useful if you want to check or verify any configurations or settings in the devices. In this tutorial, you've seen how to find the portal as well as how to log on. You've learned how to navigate the main page and find the learning labs that you've been subscribed to. You are now also familiar with the process for launching a learning lab and the startup process steps involved. Finally, you've learned what a learning lab looks like and how to navigate within the learning lab, as well as how to access the devices to complete the exercises. Thank you for following this brief introduction to the LiveAction Lab portal.